everybody. I have a really quick Dollar Tree haul, and I think I'll do my little book haul along with it because I don't have a whole lot of stuff either way. Um, yeah. As I walked into Dollar Tree this morning, this was right in front of the doors. They're little storage cases, and they remind me so much of the Caboodles cases from back in the 80s when I was growing up. Um, Yeah, just a real simple. They kind of got a glittery. I don't know if you can tell that in this shot or not. Maybe a little bit. The top part's kind of clear-ish and glittery, and then the bottom part's just solid color. Excuse me. Of course, as soon as I start recording, it's just got this little latch, click shut. Really cute. Had to have one. Well, something just escaped. Got a couple boxes of tissues. Now, hopefully, the people at work won't throw them out. I had one like this before with the crayons on it. I think it's just really super cute. Oh, this one's all smooshed. I'm going to end up buying the third one of these. Somebody forgot and threw it out. I just thought it was so cute. And I want to use the side panels, and of course the one tour, for like journaling cards. And then the opening would make a cute little frame. So I have a lot of ideas on how to use these, and I keep picking out different designs. I can always cover up the advertisement, the brand name, all that garbage that's on there. But I think the designs are really pretty. So I picked up a couple boxes. I mean, the Walmart brand ones are the same price for the most part. And I was like, yeah, why not? We'll just get those. Well, let's put these in the bag to take to work. So the thing that fell is, it says adhesive covering. It's like shelf liner paper stuff. I thought this might be cool for covering journals. And I've got all the cardboard, but I think this would, be pretty on the outside, and then we could decorate it. I picked a very neutral, kind of speckly, I don't know, marble-ish. Well, not really marbly though. Well, maybe. But it's just kind of a neutral beigey color with a brownish design. I mean, it's hard to see on camera. There it is. You can kind of get an idea. And, I mean, there's a lot of it. It's 18 inches by 4 feet. That's going to make a ton of journals, should it work out. And then I found in the Valentine section, little heart stickers, little felt hearts. Looks like pink and kind of a grayish color and red. Wonder why they chose gray instead of white. I don't know. I got those. And then tomorrow is Neko's birthday. So he loves Sour Patch Kids, so I got him a box of the Sour Patch Extreme. I can't remember if we tried these in a taste test. I kind of feel like we did, but I thought he would like that. And I picked up a coconut water. I like this brand. It's good. This one is without the coconut pieces, which is probably a good idea because if you forget they're in there, you might choke on them. Why is the phone ringing? Go away, telemarketers. Go away. And I found the Twix iced coffee. And the girl says, yeah, the Snicker one sold out as soon as it came in the door. They only got one case of 12 cans. And she said it sold out like that. She goes, we got people wanting to buy it by the case. And she refers them to the website. I said, but, she keeps telling corporate, hey, you need to send this stuff because, one, people want to buy it and try it like a single can before they buy a whole case of it. When people come in and looking for these particular items, they're shopping. They're buying other stuff. I said, yeah. How many times have I come in here looking for the Lady Boba tea, which again, they didn't have. She goes, we've been trying to get it. We've got people asking for it and they're just not sending it. And the Snickers coffee. And I said, every time I come in here, I end up buying almost $20 worth of stuff. Sometimes more, sometimes a little less. Today it was like $18. I said, you're making money, and I'm not even getting the item I came in for. I said, they need to look at that. They're getting sales even if they don't have the item. If they had the item, they'd get even more sales because people will keep coming back. At some point, people are going to be like, well, they're not going to have it again and just not come in. Then you'll get it and have it on the shelf forever. It's whoever is running the corporate distribution isn't paying attention. And we only have one Dollar Tree in our area that even sells the Lady Boba tea. I told her, I said, I've been to at least 6 different places and none of them have it. I've been to Gallipolis, I've been to Athens, I've been to 2 in Parkersburg, I've been to one in Ripley, I've been to the one here in Racine. None of them have it. The only place that's had it is the one in Mason. And it's frustrating because knowing that that's the only place, I can't justify paying $30 for a case if I haven't tried the flavor. What if I don't like the flavor? I know I like the purple one because that's the only one they've ever had. I said, but there's 2 other flavors. I can't justify paying $30 a case because they're $24 in a case on the Lady Boba. I said, and I know if I have it there at the house, here at home, I'm going to just sit there and drink them. Where when I'm only buying 1 or 2 at a time, they become a treat. And, I put one in the refrigerator. I'll drink one that day, and then I'll put one in the refrigerator for a day or 2 later. And it becomes a treat. Same with the coffees. You got to buy them by the 12, which is $15. I don't want to pay out $15 all at once and then sit there and guzzle them down and then be like, well, that wasn't good. Because these little cans are 130 calories and they're only 8 ounces. That's a treat. That is not an everyday drink. I know there are people who would beg to differ, but to me, it's a treat. It's not an all the time thing. So I guess I ought to taste test this one before I get into other stuff. Because the only other thing really that I have is the books. So, does the Twix one taste like Twix? The Snickers one, yeah, it's pretty much Snickers. It wasn't strong coffee. Is this going to be coffee or is it going to be candy bar? I would say this is stronger on the coffee than the Snickers one. It's not bad. I prefer the Snickers one, but then I prefer a Snickers bar to a Twix bar, so maybe that's part of it. Yeah, it's not bad. I would like a little bit more of the caramel flavor. And the coffee flavor is not overly strong. It's not overpowering, which is good because I'm still not a huge fan of coffee. I'm coming around to it, which is probably not a great thing. I drink enough tea. I don't need to drink coffee too. Yeah, it's not bad. I should probably save a little bit for Neko, see if he likes it. All right. And that leaves this bag. Oh. I picked up some napkins at Wal-Mart. when they were like 90% off. Or maybe they were still 75. I don't know. Some super cheap. So I have these small ones with the poinsettias. We have some bigger ones with poinsettias. So season's greetings, Noel, joy, little words in between. And then I got these two sizes of fa la 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 la. I thought they might be fun. I don't know if I'm going to do any Christmas journals necessarily, but they might be fun to add in, you know, here and there. What else do I have in here? Oh, Walmart has a free magazine in their gaming area. So I picked up a copy for myself. Neko has his own copy. I thought I might be able to use it for journaling. Today I found a word search book. That was really all they had that was of interest to me. There's been a lot of religious stuff put in lately. I don't know. I'm not really into that, but for those who are, I mean, that's great. Here's one called Don't Cosplay with My Heart by Cecil Castellucci. Gargantua is 10 feet tall, and so is the size of me being pissed off at everything. When Eden Kupferman, why do they have to give them hard names? Dresses up like her favorite character, Gargantua, she feels tall and powerful. That's important right now because her family is a mess, her best friend is gone for the summer, her crush is confusing, and Eden's feeling small and not sure which end is up. When Eden's cosplaying, she can be angry, loud, and not the good girl everyone thinks she is. And when she's at conventions, she feels like she's found her own team tomorrow. But when her personal life starts to spiral out of control, Eden has to figure out whether she needs a sidekick or if she has the strength to be the hero of her own story. Sounds like it might be fun. We have Margaret Truman's A Murder in Georgetown. She writes a lot of like mystery thriller style books. Valerie Froelich, the beautiful 20-year-old daughter of New Jersey Senator John Froelich, was among the youngest guests at the elegant Georgetown party. Her provocative dancing raised not a few eyebrows, but could someone have found it distasteful enough to kill her? Assigned to report on her murder is Joe Potamos of the Washington Post police beat. With the help of a certain lady piano player, Potamos begins to investigate the story. What he finds out about Valerie, a top-notch journalism student as well as a breaker of male hearts, young and old, leads him to a number of startling questions about Georgetown's most powerful men and women. Then Potamos is pulled off the case. His boss tells him that he's needed elsewhere, but he suspects differently. Someone from above does not like his particular brand of investigative reporting. But Potamos is in too deep to stop investigating. And as the smell of corruption in high places becomes stronger, he realizes that it's not just his job that's at stake, it's his life. Dun, dun, dun. And here we have a true crime book, A Deadly Silence. I don't know about this one. A Case of Incest and Murder. I don't know. The Ordeal of Cheryl Pearson. It's by Dana Clayman. I'm struggling with names today. The Pearsons. They were the family next door. Picture book American, close, loving, prosperous, observing conventions, upholding decent values. Then the father, James Pearson, was shot dead in the driveway of his suburban Long Island home, and the truth began to come out. The first horror was that his sweet high school cheerleader daughter, Cheryl, had hired the killer. The next was why she did it. I'm guessing it has something to do with the incest part that was part of the tagline. Okay, we have a book called Justice by Karen Robards. I believe this is Romance suspense. Okay, so romantic suspense. Ever since feisty criminal attorney Jessica Ford started her dream job at a prestigious Washington, D.C. law firm, her mind has raced with questions. Like, why the hell are hunky ex-Secret Service agent Mark Ryan insists on being her personal bodyguard? Maybe winning her first high-profile trial wasn't exactly the key to hiding her true identity, but nobody is actually trying to kill her, right? After Mark rescues Jess from an attacker outside her apartment, she begins to wonder if she is a target. Her ambitious young predecessor on the case has vanished without a trace, and no one has heard from the prosecution's star witness since she made a shocking courtroom revelation. Are the disappearances simply a coincidence? As Jess hurtles closer to the truth and her attraction to Mark heats up, she finds herself in a race for answers before what she doesn't know gets them both killed. Ooh. Iris Johansen. This one's called And Then You Die. I've read some of Iris Johansen before. I kind of enjoy her. She does like thriller, suspense kind of stuff. She expected sunshine and balmy breezes. What she saw was everyone's worst nightmare. Bess Grady has heard the unmistakable sound before. She knows what it means, but not even the eerie lament of the howling dogs can prepare her for what has taken place in the small village. The seasoned photojournalist has been sent there on an easy assignment, and now she has stumbled upon something she was never meant to see. Amid chaos and fear, she joins forces with an intimidating stranger, a man whose alliances are unclear, but whose methods have a way of leaving bodies in his wake. For what she has witnessed is only the first stage in a plan of terror that may kill us all, and she has no choice but to stop it, or die trying. So, yeah, probably be pretty good. And there's 3 more in here. Let me pull these out. Stay. And then I'll put these in the back. Okay, well, I accidentally turned off the recording as I was trying to move books around. This new computer is very, very touchy, and if it thinks you're anywhere close to something, it'll click it. It's kind of annoying. I'm still getting used to it. I have 3 books left, and now I'm going to have to splice together 2 parts. Okay, so this one is The Midnight Witness by Sarah Bladel. A young woman is found strangled in a park, and a male journalist has been killed in the backyard of the Royal Hotel in Copenhagen. Detective Louise Rick is put on the case of the young girl, but very soon becomes entangled in solving the other homicide too, when it turns out her best friend, journalist Camilla Lind, knew the murdered man. Louise tries to keep her friend from getting too involved, but Camilla's never been one to miss out on an interesting story, and this time Camilla may have gone too far. Emotionally riveting and filled with unexpected twists, The Midnight Witness is a tour de force from international phenomenon Sarah Bladel. The name Camilla Lind sounds familiar. I may have read a book from this series. The Forgotten Girls, Killing Forest, The Lost Woman, Running Girl, The Night Women, The Stolen Angel, Silent Women, The Daughter, Her Father's Secret. And it's Detective Louise Rick is the main character, apparently. But the name Camilla Lind sounds familiar. Am I thinking of a different series with a similar sounding character? Who knows? Okay, we have The River Knows by Amanda Quick. It's supposed to be a historical romance. All right, is there a description of the book? Is this book? From New York Times bestselling author of Second Sight and Lie by Moonlight comes a delightful new romp filled with breathtaking suspense, dazzling wit, and steamy Victorian passion. The first kiss occurred in a dimly lit hallway on the upper floor of Elwyn Hastings' grand house. Louisa Bryce never saw it coming. Of course, handsome, wealthy Anthony Stallbridge couldn't possibly have had romantic intentions. The kiss was merely meant to distract the armed guard about to catch the two unlikely sleuths. After all, the only thing these two interlopers have in common is a passionate interest in uncovering the dastardly secrets of Mr. Hastings, a prominent member of society whom they suspect of murder. Brought together by their desire for the truth, Anthony and Louisa finally discover the incriminating evidence they're looking for. But bringing Hastings to justice will be more perilous than they anticipate, especially since their thrilling attraction to danger, and, as it turns out, to each other, might very well get in the way. Yeah, that sounds fun. I don't read a lot of Victorian-style romance, but yeah, that might be fun. And this one is called A Burial at Sea by Charles Finch. I have a tickle in my throat and it is driving me crazy. Let me get a drink of the coconut water. See if that helps. It's not sick, it's just that tickle. You know, you get, I don't know. Probably because the air's been so dry. I think it comes from running the heater. Anyway. A Burial at Sea by Charles Finch. A mystery. Author of A Stranger in Mayfair. In praise of the Charles Lennox series of mysteries. So I guess this is a Charles Lennox series. In the latest in the best-selling series, Lennox, now a member of Parliament, sets sail on a clandestine mission for the government. When an officer is savagely murdered, however, Lennox is drawn toward his old profession as a detective, determined to capture a killer before he can strike again. The year is 1873, and it's a perilous time in the relationship between France and England. A string of English spies has been found dead on French soil, and there's the threat of all-out war. Government officials have concerns surrounding the newly dug Suez Canal, and they asked junior member of Parliament Charles Lennox to visit on a secret mission to gather classified information. Lennox, newly wedded to Lady Jane, must embark upon a weeks-long voyage aboard the Lucy. It's not his new skills as a diplomat that he will find himself using, however, but his old ones as a sleuth. The ship's second lieutenant is found dead on the voyage's first night, his body cruelly abused. The ship's captain begs the detective to join in the hunt for the criminal. Lennox finds the trail, but in the claustrophobic atmosphere on board, where nobody can come or go and everyone is a suspect, he has to race to uncover the perpetrator of the crime or risk becoming the next victim himself. At once a compulsive murder mystery, a spy story, and an evocative journey with the Victorian Navy, this book shows that no matter how far Lennox strays from his old life, it will always come back to find him. Interesting that this is a second book that features the Victorian times. I'm wondering if the same person put them in the little free library. People have a tendency to read the same style of books. And if you like historical, you tend to read the same time period. Anyway, that's it for this haul. I can't think of anything else that I have. My breakfast is probably cold by now. Because, had to go to McDonald's. I wish they had breakfast Happy Meals. Because I want the Squishmallow toys that are in the Happy Meals. And my time that I work, being midnight to 8 a.m., unless I leave very early and head towards work, I don't have time to go when they are serving lunch and dinner, when I can get the Happy Meal. And after work, you got to wait until 11 o'clock before you can get lunch, because our McDonald's now serves breakfast till 10:59. which is a pain in the butt because it used to be 10:30. Now I gotta find an extra half hour to kill in there if I want to get lunch instead of breakfast. It's kind of a no-win situation. So on days, if I work a 12-hour shift, which they have taken the 12 hours off the table at the moment, because we can't have overtime until somebody calls off, and then they'll be calling me for overtime. We can only have overtime when it suits them. Anyway, and until that happens, I can't really hit McDonald's at the right time. I had to go buy gas today, and I drive right past McDonald's on the way to Walmart to get the gas because that's the cheapest in the area. And I had to run into Walmart anyway to pick up a couple things and fun stuff like milk. And because Neko goes through milk like he's breathing, like it's air. I don't know how he goes through so much milk, but he does. And then I ran over to Dollar Tree to see if they got in the stuff that they were hoping to get in and they didn't. Or, well, they got the one thing and it was sold out as soon as they put it on the shelf, and the other thing they never got. So, you just take your chances. And the thing with Dollar Tree is you never know what they're going to have. They've got different stuff every time you go in there, and every Dollar Tree is different. I said, it's kind of crazy because you would think something like that, like the Lady Boba and the coffees, they would have at all the places because they're popular items. But no, just the one. I don't understand it. They had Twinkie coffee, but I've got a Twinkie coffee sitting in the kitchen that I haven't tried yet. Probably do it in another video. One coffee at a time. I don't need to be bouncing off the walls. I'm about to go to bed. Anyway, yeah, that's all I've got today, and hopefully I can get this all spliced together and put up. I mean, it's Martin Luther King Day, so it's not like I can go to the library or the post office or any of that kind of stuff. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that my Temu haul arrives tomorrow because there's something in it for Neko's birthday. I mean, if it doesn't get here on time, he'll at least get the Sour Patch Kids with a "it's on its way" for the other thing. And my brother's supposed to be in on the weekend, and we'll go take him to dinner, and he's already chosen he wants to go to Red Lobster, so which is good. That's the only time my brother gets to go to Red Lobster is if he's down here with just us, because his wife doesn't like it, so they don't go. And yeah, you can only do what you can, There's only so much. And I think I'm trying to look and see if there's anything else. I thought this was really cool. My friend Nikki at work got a little trinket when she was at the Chinese restaurant, and it came in this little bag. I think this is so pretty. It says, looks like it says Terima Cassie. I don't know. I don't know what language it is. I don't want to butcher it. I don't want to say something I shouldn't. But then down here it says thank you. So I'm going to guess that this translates to that. But I think it's really pretty with the roses and the heart and all that. I'm going to see if there's a way I can use it in a journal. I'm sure I can come up with something. But it's that real soft plastic. So I don't know how I'm going to end up using it, but I think it'll be cool. Okay. Well, I managed another 12 minutes. Now I got to splice this onto the other video. Okay, so I guess we'll end it here. Remember to do all the YouTube things. Comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads so the YouTube gods deem it worthy. And we will see you in the next video, which will likely be a Temu haul. Should be coming in the next day or two. Hopefully tomorrow. Please be tomorrow. So that I can give him his present on the right day. But beyond that, I don't know. I know there's like a snack crate ordered, and I believe Japan crate has renewed. I haven't received the code for my refund from Boxu yet, which is the refund for the Wal-Mart item that I didn't receive, and then they were giving me a store credit. Boxu is the parent company now, and under the Boxu banner, there's Boxu Mart, there's Wal-Mart, and there's Japan Crate. So they're all like sister companies. Boxu and Japan Crate merged together. So I'm waiting to hear back. I think what I want to do is apply that credit for 1 month of Boxu. So we can try it out and see how it's different than Japan Crate. Maybe do a battle of the boxes or something. I don't know. But until I get the credit, I can't really do that. So, yeah, this weather has been insane. We've had high winds. We've got winter weather advisories. They keep changing the amount of percentage for snow today. I've heard 20%, I've heard 50%, I heard 40%, and it was snowing when they said 40%. It was actively flurrying. So I'm going to guess that it's probably more like 100% since I was seeing flakes. And I'm hoping that it doesn't stick and I don't have to drive through all that nonsense on the way to work, because that sucks. Bad enough I had to drive home in it yesterday. There was just enough sticking to the roads. And I was just like, oh no. And people drive like idiots. They get up on your bumper and then they fly around you like you're sitting still. I was going the speed limit. I usually there's a stretch where it's 55 miles an hour, and I usually do 60 all the way home. There's a 60-mile-an-hour section, then it changes to 55. And I usually just 60 all the way along. But I was a little concerned because there was snow on the ground, and it's been a while since I've driven in snow. And this idiot comes flying up behind me, rides my bumper for a while, and then just... And I'm like, dude, do you not understand that it's bad weather? It's snowing, there's crap on the street, and you're going to act like that? I'm all the time getting people, even when I'm going 60 in that 55 zone, they come flying up behind me and then they'll pass me on a double yellow line. And I was like, I wish I had one of those bubble lights so that when they did that, I could flick the light and I'd be like, do you know you're an idiot? If I was an actual cop, you'd be getting a citation right now. Speeding? Because I was going 60 in a 55 and you flew around me like I was sitting still. So I know you for a fact you were speeding. Failure to maintain assured clear distance because you were riding my bumper for quite a while. And then passing on a double yellow line. Do you not know what the traffic laws are? Did you not have to take a driver's test? It ticks me off. I am not a good driver. I have road rage, in case you can't tell. And I'm a nervous driver anyway, and when people do stuff like that, it just irritates me so bad. But enough about that. I need to get off of here so I can, eat my breakfast and get ready for bed. All that fun stuff. I'm hoping the heat gets this place warmed up a little bit. Since I'm running a space heater in my room, I don't leave it on when I'm not home. Just because if you watched a few videos back, I've got a bunch of crap piled up, and if it falls, it might land on that heater, and I don't want to start a fire. I think I'm going to switch this heater with the one that's in the bathroom because I think it's a safer heater. for my room because I can control the heat, the temperature. And this one I can't. And this one, it's heat all the way, the whole front of it's the heat. And that one is just the top part it blows. And I think um, I want to switch them out. I like the other one better. It was quite a bit more expensive too. So I'm like, yeah, I should have the better heater in my room. That way, Neko can't keep turning it up to 85. I keep telling him, turning it up to 85 is not going to make it any warmer in the bathroom because it's only going to be able to heat so much. And when it hits that capacity, it's not going to heat any higher than that. It's not going to make it to 85. The bathroom is cold. And there's some air gaps and leaks and things, and we can't get it that hot. Unless it's like 70 outside, it's not going to hit 85 in there. And, if it's warm outside, we don't need it. But he keeps turning it up, driving me crazy. And I'm like, dude, are you going to pay the electric bill? You without a job and no money, are you going to pay the electric bill? I don't think so. Stop turning it up. So if we switch them, then he has no choice. He has to go with what it does, and done. All right. Enough, 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 enough. I just keep finding new tangents to go off on, and you don't need to hear all that garbage. That's not what you came here for. You came here to see what kind of stuff I picked up while I was out and about. I've shown that to you. Some of you might have wanted to know what Twix coffee tasted like. It tastes like coffee with a little hint of caramel, a little hint of chocolate. I think they could have boosted the candy flavor a little bit. Yeah, grab a tissue. My nose is starting to drip because it always drips during a video. The joys of having bad sinuses. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. I've already done the spiel. I don't need to do it again. So we'll see you in the next one, whatever it may be. Bye-bye.